Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the next part of my Reno series. The series where you build something, upload it to the gallery with the hashtag Gryphi, and I renovate it based on what you wrote in the description. Today I'm going to be renovating Back to the Childhood Home by Charlotte Melody on the gallery. After Grandma's passing, her son decided to move into her old house with his family. Luckily the house is in good condition because they have quite a small budget. They still want to renovate it because the furniture is really old and not their style. Also, the garden Grandma used to cherish is overgrown. He wants to make his old childhood home feel like a home for him, his spouse, and their 2 children. I really loved this idea, so we're gonna just plop that down real quick and take a peek at it. I was actually really inspired by this build because it reminds me of my grandmother's house. She, in the last couple of years, sold it and the new owners actually flipped it and renovated it. So I was very much thinking of that while I was renovating this build, and we did make a lot of changes to it. But let's take a peek at the original house here in Brindleton Bay. It's just a little bit overgrown. Some of the fences are broken down. The outside is super cute though. I was very much drawn to this house based on the exterior. Out back we have a little gazebo, some gardening space, and yeah, it's just a really cute, pretty overgrown spot. Let's head on inside now though, and in the entryway here we just have a cozy space. We have a little office off to this side. This is the living room. It's so cute, in the kitchen as well. I just really love this house, and I feel like I destroyed it, so I apologize in advance. Although I'm pretty sure the simmer who had submitted this was in the stream that I renovated this in. I do usually do these renovations over on Twitch first, and they were there for every step of the way, so that is good. But this is the downstairs bathroom. It's pretty outdated, and then upstairs we have 2 bedrooms and another bathroom. I love this one. It just feels like it has so much personality in it, and this one as well. And then this is the primary bedroom. So I will say that I feel like I destroyed this home and kind of stripped it of all personality, but I was thinking as the kids grow up in this home, it will gain items over time, as this home has for many years, as this grandmother had lived in it. But I wanted to keep the same layout and just give everything a fresh coat of paint, some new floors, new kitchen cabinets, all of that. So without further ado, let's jump into that speed renovation. I'm not sure how well I explained that, but basically I wanted to give this new younger family a chance to have a clean slate to work off of and have their family grow within the space, instead of having all of the old pieces around, which makes sense because the prompt for this on the gallery did say they wanted to get rid of all of the furniture, clean up the garden, and make this a bright home for their family to go ahead and grow into. So what I did is I started with, I think, 10,000 simoleons as their small budget, and then outside of that, I just allowed myself to keep whatever budget I got from deleting items and plants. And I'm going through all of this area and just deleting all of the grass pieces in the garden space, but leaving the rest of the other plants, basically weeding it. I think that worked nicely. And I also replaced the fences in the front for non-broken ones. And I just think this house comes out super cute in the end. I like it better originally. I'm not going to lie. I think houses that have all of that sort of personality that are a little bit older are so much more appealing in The Sims. And so I feel like I destroyed it, but I did follow the prompt, and that was the whole plan. Although I do think the next house I'm going to go for, which I haven't picked out yet, I don't know when it's going to be, but I think I'm going to go for a house that's more like really run down and like destroyed. So that way I'm not the one ruining it. I'm going to actually try and fix it. So if you want to submit a build to the gallery using the hashtag Gryphi that is like a destroyed, rundown mess of a home or whatever kind of lot, please do so. I would love to renovate something like that coming up. But if you have any creative ideas like this as well, I love the storyline and going with that. So it's for a couple and their 2 children. So I ended up keeping one of the rooms as a shared bedroom for the kids. I was thinking it was a child and a toddler. And then the primary bedroom became the son and his significant others. So anyway, we're in the kitchen now. As you can see, I've completely changed the flooring and everything in here, but essentially the layout of the whole space is still the same. And I am sticking within the budget that I was given of not much money. So 10,000 simoleons, I thought in the scope of The Sims isn't that much. And then, whatever I got from deleting items. And I decided to put the parenthood kitchen in here because it's just so pretty and I love using that for family homes. So that's what I ended up doing in here. It's all very clean and new, and I think pretty realistic to what you might see if somebody came in here and decided to renovate the whole space. So yeah, just getting some tiles in here as well as a curtain over the window. I also have a high chair in here. I wanted to try and make sure I included all the things you might want for a toddler, even things like high chairs that I don't personally use in my gameplay. Have a microwave in here, and yeah, just getting all of the different appliances and decorations, some flowers, plants, cutting boards, of course, those are necessary in every single build, and a little lunchbox. I just thought it was really cute, and of course a fruit bowl. And then this room right next to it is staying as the dining room. It's really simple in here though. Like I mentioned, because of the budget, and also because this is a younger family with a child and a toddler, they're probably coming into this space with not a ton of money, but also probably not a lot of stuff either. I had this idea in my mind really that this was, like I said, a younger family. They have small children. They've probably been living in an apartment up to this time. They haven't accumulated enough stuff, a lot of stuff for a pretty decent sized home, and they just happened upon this home very recently from his mother, the grandma of the kids. And so it is a little bit empty, but I think that's good for your Sims to grow into if you decide you would like to download this house. And speaking of which, if you would like to download the original version, which I highly suggest you do, you can download that on the gallery by the origin ID that you saw in the beginning. I'll probably put a screen cap of it right here. And if you'd like to see and download the renovated version that's like more updated and a bit of a clean slate, you can grab that on my origin, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag Miss Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. So working on the living room now, I have a section of the wall that I decided to put exposed brick to be behind the fireplace, which I thought looked nice, and we're doing an L-shaped sofa in here, combining 2 couches from the Seasons pack. And just going for like more updated furniture, adding a little bit of color but keeping it fairly neutral. And just making it a cozy spot for a family of 4, because that is what I was imagining this house would be. I feel like you could probably renovate it to have more bedrooms if you renovate it out back. It'd be a little bit difficult, I think, because I think this house already has a very cute shape. I think the person that originally built this made an adorable house. I really, really like it. So I'm not sure, but there are 2 pretty decently sized bedrooms upstairs, and I guess if you got rid of one of the bathrooms somewhere, maybe you could fit in another bedroom, or if you decided to get rid of the office space down here, that could be another bedroom as well. But anyway, in the living space, I got rid of the blue and ended up with these white sofas, which I feel like are gonna get really dirty with little kids. But you know, maybe it's their first time buying a bigger sofa and they really wanted something like this. Maybe there's removable slip covers that they can wash. But I did make sure to get a little TV in here, as well as a dollhouse and some like arts and crafts and stuff, things the kids could probably be involved in. And then the entryway is super simple. It just has a coat rack in here and another space to hang up coats. And actually, I forgot to mention this, the little table I put in the middle of the kitchen, I was imagining was the one that was in the entryway originally. So they kept that piece and are using it as an island piece in the kitchen. I thought that was kind of fun. But yeah, I do keep this space really simple. There's not much you can put in a little entryway that's functional. So I wanted it to be more of a decorative space for all of their shoes and clothes and stuff, that like the coats and stuff you take off when you come in the door. I believe I also add temperature controls and the fire alarm in this space because that's usually where I put it, but I might be wrong. And then this is the downstairs bathroom. I am once again using a tile that came with Parenthood, and I think it paired really nicely with this sink from Dream Home Decorator. The colors matched really nicely, and I kept the same vibe of like a sort of floating sink or pedestal sink in this space with a stand-up shower. There is a toddler potty down here, but no worries, there is a full tub upstairs. So your Sims can go ahead and bathe the toddler or any pets they might have if you decide to have that in this house. But I wanted to at least have a toddler potty down here as well if you wanted to do some potty training on the main floor. So this is going to be the office space, just grabbing a desk and a cork board, a little chair. It's very muted and simple, unlike what was originally here. In like all of the rooms, there was so much detail and so much personality. But the Sims that are living here weren't a fan of the old furniture, so we had to get rid of that. We had a big sale and sold all of that, probably like an estate sale, and they used that $10,000 that they had from selling furniture to go ahead and renovate the house. That was the idea anyway. So I do just have a couple of things in here. Oh, I was thinking they had a cat. I forgot about that. So there is a cat tree in here. We also have a bookcase. And hopefully I remembered to add everything you need for a cat. I'm assuming I did. There should be a litter box and bowls and other stuff somewhere. And this is where I'm realizing, oh wait, I need to have a shower tub combo so that way we can actually bathe the toddler. That's pretty important. They get pretty messy over time. And then I'm getting the same sink that I used downstairs and a little toilet. I don't usually show both bathrooms, but I decided to keep this one in. I thought it would be nice to show, hey, we do have what toddlers need. So there are 2 toddler potties here, as well as the tub. And then, yeah, just working on the upper hallway. It has just a couple of bookcases and a rug. It's a really narrow hallway, but I think it's a pretty realistic one. Just like a long hallway that leads you to all of the rooms. And then for the kids' room, I decided to do a bunk bed with a toddler bed on the bottom. I thought it was really cute. I was thinking there were 2 boys sharing this room, and I really like how it came out, but I was sticking to a budget. So you'll see towards the end, I'm like, oh, we don't have a lot of money left, because I forgot I was sticking to a budget for most of this build, and I was just placing down whatever I wanted. So you'll see in a little while me getting a little bit more selective with what I'm placing down in this house. But this room ends up being like blue and orange, which is one of my favorite color combos. So I'm always happy to use that. I was trying to make it a good combination of that, but I felt like I was going a little bit too overboard with the matchy-matchy at one point. So I do tone it down, but just getting a little dresser under the bed. I was trying to make it look a little bit more full because there's so much empty space under there when you have a toddler bed instead of a regular size bed. I also really liked the somewhat water or naturey feel in this room. I have the whale like height sticker thing on the wall, the water wallpaper. I was just really leaning into the blue color scheme. And then I also got this black dresser because I figured it matches the black metal of the upper bed. And getting some little poofs in here as well. I was thinking they could drag those around to sit on. It doesn't really work that way. They can sit on them, but you can't drag them around. I just thought that was a cute idea. I also got a calendar, but then I got rid of it because I was like, oh, it's blue, but I'm going for this sea theme, so it didn't make any sense. So I ended up grabbing some of the void critters and put a couple of things revolving around those throughout the room. I thought that helped tie it together and get some cute decoration and personality into the room without being too over the top, too many ideas. Which, you know, thinking back on it, I feel like kids' rooms tend to have a lot of different concepts going on, but I was thinking this family was newly moved into this house, so it didn't need to have too much stuff going on. But I know my room as a kid definitely did not have like a singular theme. There was a lot of animal print, and then other than that, every color you could imagine, and like Hot Wheels and Barbie dolls and stuffed animals and just a ridiculous amount of different things all pushed together. And so there wasn't really a cohesive theme to the room other than too much animal print. So kids' rooms, I do think of that way sometimes. It's just they often will look a little bit messy in The Sims, but it's also really fun to just have all of the personality in the kids' rooms occasionally. I'll probably do another room like that sometime soon, but we're heading back downstairs now and getting the food bowls that I were imagining for the cat because I didn't get those yet. And then this wall looked really empty, so I'm just getting a painting to put up there and then getting a couple of more boxes out back for some gardening and just cleaning up the backyard just a little bit more. It's nothing too extreme. I didn't do a ton of like planting back here. I'm just trying to make it look a little bit cleaner, and I did bring back some of the plants from the back or from the front yard to just add a little bit here and there, but it's just clean and has more space if you decide you want to do some more gardening or get some more things for the backyard. And I also got a swing set for the kids. I thought that would be a cute idea. But that's pretty much it for this build, for this renovation. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please submit your builds if you would like to be featured sometime soon. I'm hoping to do something a little bit more rundown, maybe after Werewolves comes out, so it doesn't have to be right away. I think that could be a lot of fun because of all of the new items that we're getting with that. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this. Please like this video if you'd liked it, subscribe if you have not already, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the screenshots, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone.